Welcome back, everyone. I'm the Depressed Eeyore, and this is Arkham Horror, the card game, doing Dream Eaters again with Team B, with the Waking Nightmare. So I have attempted to play with Alessandra with Team A, and I ended up scrapping it. It it didn't go super well. I mean, it went okay, but there was just too many shenanigans, particularly with the search for Kadath, where you're constantly jumping to location to location. Just made it rather difficult. Also, I was playing a different deck where I was trying to use Power Word, and it was just not happening. So I'm hoping this will go better, but at the same time, there's an obvious weakness for this setup where we both characters rely heavily on getting their tools out to actually do things. So, and Jacqueline is our only person that can really do reliable damage, and that's only if she gets her spells or her cane out. So let's just hope we do okay. I think everything else here is fine. Yep, that's all been disabled. All right, we don't need to do any preset. Well, there was one preset thing we need to do, which was on the intro. I am sticking with the same intro, which is I'm going to have her, Dr. Mara Swan, stay with the patients. So she's not going to come with us. So bye-bye you. All right, shuffle the encounter deck. Halls of St. Mary's. A heavy, ominous feeling haunts you as you explore St. Mary's Hospital. Its halls are eerily dark and empty of everything but the occasional orderly making the late-night rounds. Lights flicker and shadows seem to dart from corner to corner. The hospital's maze of corridors has begun to take on an almost dreamlike haziness. You notice yet another spider crawling up your leg and brush it away, wondering what is causing them to appear so often. Too doomed to advance. And then we got looking for answers. Something is wrong with your companions, and while medical science has come far, it can't account for what is happening to them. You've decided to take it upon yourself to figure out what is wrong and set things right. 8 clues to advance. We are playing on easy difficulty, so we have these tokens to start with. Skulls are -1, -3 if you are engaged with a staff enemy. Cultist is draw another token, and if you fail, you do an infestation test once that actually matters. And then the Elder Thing is -X, where the X is the number of infested locations. So really the skull is going to be the only one that's going to be slightly an issue, because obviously the staff characters can hang out. I don't remember exactly how the staff work, but I think Alessandra can actually work around them with the parlay stuff. So let's hope that's the case. So we do start at the waiting room, and we're just going to get going. So draw. All right, that is a weakness. Okay, starting with the Rite of Seeking right off the bat, and a Voice of Ra. And an Uncaged Soul, and a Ward Protection. I don't really want the Prescient right now. Everything else here is actually kind of nice. I do kind of want to hold on to the Ward for now. So yeah, we'll just draw one card and hope we just... Oh, good. Okay, that's even better. Fantastic. This is great. Because we can play this on our turn 2 and then not have to worry about the Doom. We're not going to play a turn 1 for obvious reasons. But once we cycle once through the agenda, the Doom on Arcane Initiate will go away. So that actually works out really well. Okay, let's go ahead and deal to orange. All right, we got some fake credentials. We do have a Stir of the Pot. We definitely want the Grift. The bank job right off the bat is interesting. Let's get rid of... do we need the bank job right now? Not if we have a Grift already. So yeah, let's do this for now. There's other things we want right now. So let's just do this, and 1, 2, 3. All right, 2 Beguiles. Well, we can do stuff with that. Maybe if we spawn enemies. All right, so that is what we're looking at. Okay, we'll start at the investigation phase. Flip this location over. This place is 3 Shroud and all that good stuff. All right. I'm going to go ahead and start with Jacqueline first. So I am going to go ahead and play Uncage the Soul to get out this Rite of Seeking for 1. That's my first action. Second action, I'm going to go ahead and play Voice of Ra. So Voice of Ra will let me... Yeah, I'll gain 1 resource, and then I search I'll reveal 3 random tokens. I'm going to go ahead and use my ability with this. So I'm going to reveal 5 tokens instead of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. Okay. So I can either, I still have to do the other part of the ability, so I can either cancel 2 tokens or cancel 1 auto fail. Either way, it's going to end up being the same total. So with this one gone, I have 3 symbol tokens, so I get 6 resources, putting me at 11. So that is everything there. And then for my last action, I am going to go ahead and investigate with Rite of Seeking. We are 5 to 3. We do pass. I do lose my remaining actions and immediately end my turn, but I do get the 2 clues here. Skulls are right now just -1, so that was more than enough. Okay. That was it for Jacqueline. We'll go ahead and get started with Alessandra. So I'm going to go ahead and spend an action getting out our fake credentials. And then I'm going to go ahead and move. I don't remember too much about these locations. We'll check out the emergency room. Alright, so this one gets +1 difficulty for each card committed to it. Okay, that's not terrible. So I will just spend my last action, because there's no enemies here yet. So I'm just going to spend this action just investigating 4 to 2. Autofail. Okay. Alright, well, we've already drawn 2 autofails amongst the 6 tokens we've drawn so far, so that's not a great start. Alright, that is everybody. No enemies. Go to Upkeep. Another Voice of Ra. And a Leo DeLuca. Unfortunately, these resources can't be given to anyone else. Alright, Mythos phase. First Doom. Shuffle this again. Draw. Foot bad. Frozen in Fear. That's going to be annoying. Not an easy way to get rid of that. Okay. Investigation phase. I'll go ahead and spend 1 to get out my Arcane Initiate. Then use it. I will search the top 3. No spells, but I at least get to shuffle the deck before I draw this freaking weakness. So that's something at least. All right. Let's go ahead and move down to here. When you investigate, you can take 1 horror, and it gets -2 Shroud for this investigation. Okie dokie. I am going to go ahead and investigate using Rite of Seeking. This will put us at 5 to 4. I am going to commit this Voice of Ra because I don't need the extra money. So it will be 6 to 4. Alright, we do... Oh, also, I should have used my ability. I apologize. I'm going to go ahead and just do that now. It's my last action, so I was just going to do it. Alright, I have to get rid of the autofail, and so I can't get rid of the Elder Sign anyway. Also, by the way, that's our 3rd autofail already, so yay us. So we don't lose all of our actions, but we didn't have any actions to begin with. We do get 2 clues, so we're making some progress. Unfortunately, we are still struggling a bit. Well, we're going to start struggling in a bit once once this Rite of Seeking runs out. All right, we got Alessandra here. I'm going to go ahead and investigate this location. 4 to 2. Good. Again, 4 to 2. That is -0 right now, so I do pass. So both clues have been collected. All right, and then I can't move, so instead, let's just draw a card. Okay, that's something I can work with. All right, I'm going to do a 3-3 test. I failed. All right, so I'm still stuck with Frozen in Fear. That's going to hurt us quite a bit. All right, no enemies, go to upkeep. All right, String of Curses, and a Lucky Cigarette Case. Mythos. Doom advances. This goes away. All right. Unsettling developments. As you continue to explore the hospital, the oddities you have observed become more and more frequent. Thick, dark cobwebs now cover the corners of every room. Spiders crawl along the walls and the ceiling, emerging from seemingly nowhere and vanishing just as quickly. It's not just your imagination. An infestation of spiders has taken root within the hospital. Not just any spiders; they are larger than average, with long, jagged, barbed legs and great hairy abdomens. Perhaps even more worrying is the complete lack of hospital staff roaming the halls. Aside from several wary and frightened orderlies, you see no other staff members, not even any nurses or doctors. Where has everyone gone? All right, shuffle the set-aside spiders and each copy of Outbreak, and then as well as the encounter discard pile. So Outbreak, this is spiders, this is spiders. And then we do the infestation stuff. Place one damage token on the token with the most clues, which is where Jacqueline's at. Right, we'll go ahead and shuffle this back a few times. All right. And we'll place this next to the scenario reference card. We'll just put it here. Okay, next. And resolve its text. Okay, I think we're okay on that front. Okay, we're okay now. And then the infestation spreads. A monstrous presence has infested St. Mary's. It lies inside the walls and watches you from all sides. In mere minutes, it has spun thick, sticky webbing throughout each of the rooms you visit. The lights are either flickering or out across the hospital, and some of the more advanced medical machinery is broken and covered in cobwebs. At the end of the Mythos phase, make an infestation test. 6 doomed to advance. All right, so let's go ahead and I'll shuffle this one more time and then go. Outbreak, perform infestation test. All right, so skulls are search the encounter deck and discard pile for a spider enemy and spawn it. All right, I believe the spiders are all annoying. All right, we're gonna go swarm of spiders. And these guys will spawn in the infested location. So they're gonna spawn over here. And then some swarming. Okay. And then for you, we'll do footbed. Okay. And then infestation test. Okay. Nothing happens with that one. Okay. So we got some things we need to do. Let's go ahead and start with Alessandra. I have to spend 2 actions to move because of the Frozen in Fear, so we'll go ahead and do that. All right. Next, I am going to go ahead and I would love to use the fake credentials. Would be nice to use the fake credentials. So I could do fake credentials, then beguile and force it to move. This thing doesn't have Hunter, does it? Nope, it just hangs around. So we can literally move it all the way up to the left side and not worry about it for a bit. The other option is instead of fake credentials, I could do a grift. So let's do a grift. So I'll use my parlay action with this. What would be 4-0? Actually, no, we're not going to do that. I don't have any way of buffing it reliably. I mean, before I move, I could play... I want to be able to do everything, though. Yeah, I won't be able to do everything. Okay, so... yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just fast out the... yeah, I'll go ahead and just fast out this Beguile. Put it on these guys. And then I could have a... and then I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, I'll use my parlay action to move these guys over to here. So we don't have to worry about them. All right, my last action, I am going to go ahead and spend one to get out the Fox Mask. And that'll be it. All right. Then I'll have to do a 3-3 test again. And yeah, it'll just be a 3-3 test. I fail. All right, Jacqueline, you're no longer in trouble. So we'll go ahead and do Arcane Initiate, search top 3. We got a spell at least. Not having much luck on getting what we need. All right. We still need to get the clues here too. Geez, that's a problem. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just draw a card. 1 second. Just confirming I shuffled, and apparently I did. I'm gonna go ahead and draw another card. Okay, Arbiter of Fates. I could do things with that. Is there any spells worth putting back in my hand? I don't really need the Voice of Ra, so no. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and investigate using the last charge of Rite of Seeking. I am gonna use my ability just to make sure I don't auto-fail it. Okay, we'll cancel it. We'll cancel out the stuff there. I wasn't going to use Prescient, so we're good on that front. We get the last 2 clues here, and we can advance. But I think I'll wait until... next round to do it, just so I can, you know, actually be able to do things. All right, we'll go straight into enemy phase. Enemy's just going to sit there. Upkeep. Okay, vamp. All right, and then Mythos, our first Doom. Locked door. Could go anywhere, so I'll just put it over here. And this is a annoying problem too. Okay, so this thing's just gonna keep spitting out swarm cards, and there's not much I can do about it. All right, infestation bag. We do spread the infestation. We'll spread it up to there. All right, then we go investigation phase. I will go ahead and advance. All right. A promising lead from hospital records and snippets of hushed conversation. You are able to glean that there was recently another patient in the hospital whose condition closely mirrored that of your friends. After being comatose for weeks, the patient abruptly and inexplicably awakened just this morning. Baffled, the doctors have quarantined the patient somewhere in the basement of the hospital below the eastern ward. Okay, So we put in the stairwell and all that. I'm just going to move this over so we actually have spots where we can put it. Stairwell, and then these 3 basements. Okay. And then we have to do an infestation test. We're good. All right, and then, yeah, that's it. All right, search for the patient. You need to learn where this mysterious patient is being kept. If you can find them and speak with them, perhaps they can provide some answers about what is happening to your friends. Okay, and so we have to go find Randolph Carter. Okay. So we got the Spider of Ling, it has 4 health. It will just constantly put swarm cards into play, which is going to eventually eat up my entire deck. There's also a chance that my cards I need are on this swarm of spiders, by the way. There's not much I can do about it either. Yeah, and currently we don't have a reliable way of killing this thing. So, yeah. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start with Alessandra, but as a lightning bolt, I am going to go ahead and do Arcane Initiate now. Okay, well, I got Rita Signs for more Cluven. Okay, in the meantime, so Alessandra, I'm going to go ahead and Grift. And I am going to go ahead and use this Fox Mask, so I'll be 6-0. Alright, I do get 6 resources, putting me up to that. Then I'm going to spend 2 to go ahead and beguile this thing, because it's not an elite either. Then I'll parlay and make it move away. Then I'm going to spend 6 to get out my Leo DeLuca. And then we're just going to go ahead and move. Yeah, we'll just move down to here. All right, after you enter the stairwell with from a non-basement location, move to a basement location, test 4. If you fail, you take 2 damage. Okay. I'll go ahead and enter a non-basement location, and we'll try this one. Okay, so this one's the cheap one. That's easy to get through. I do need to do a 4-4 test. I am going to go ahead and just pop this Fox Mask to make it 6-4. We pass, so we don't take damage. Okay, that's all of our actions. We'll go with Jacqueline next. We've already used the Arcane Initiate. I am going to go ahead and just spend 3 to get out my Arbiter of Fates. Then I'm going to go ahead and move. And then, do I want to move again? No, I'll just work from here. I am going to go ahead and spend 2 to do a read the signs. So we'll be 8-3. I'll go ahead and use Arbiter of Fates to take a look at the top 3. Or take a look at 3 tokens. Okay, that's easy enough to pass. We do get 2 clues. I believe we need 4 to do the Randolph Carter thing. All right. So that is everybody. Oh, I did forget to do my Frozen Fear, so let's go ahead and do that now. All right, still failed. All right. Enemy phase. After the enemy phase ends, add a swarm card. Upkeep. Another Arcane Initiate. Another Leo DeLuca. Mythos. Second Doom. Frozen Fear, that's fine. I could actually work with that. Locked door, which actually has to go here because it has the most clues. Okay, That's going to be a problem. I can get around this with parlays, so it's not the end of the world, but it still sucks. All right, infestation test. Okay, good. All right, so there's one more skull and one more cultist in here, so we're either going to spawn an enemy or something else will happen. All right. Let's see. Yeah, that's not going to get me out of there. Yeah, let's just start with Alessandra. Okay, Alessandra. I'm going to go ahead and do a parlay action to start nudging this group down. Yeah, we'll just nudge it down one row. Then I'm going to go ahead and draw a card. All right. I'll go ahead and gain a resource, and then for my last two actions, I am going to go ahead and do bank job and gain 8 resources. All right, so we at least got that up and running. Then I need to do a 3-3 test again. I'm not committing anything for it, so yeah, 3-3, still a fail. Okay. Next is Jacqueline. Jacqueline, take a look at your top 3. Okay, another read the signs. Again, I narrowly avoided my weakness. All right. Next, I'm going to go ahead and just spend 2 to move. All right. Oh, you only need 2 clues for this. Okay. We need to parlay 2 willpower and then a 2 book. Okay. So I have 1 action, so I will go ahead and do the parlay. So currently we are 5-2. I am going to go ahead and commit this prescient. So I'm 6-2. I can pick even, odd, or symbol. I'll pick symbol. And I am going to go ahead and use my ability. Okay, I will pick that skull. I still pass the check, and I get to take a spell card from the discard and put it back in my hand. I'll take this read of signs. Okay. Then I have to do a book test. I will use my ability again. So I'm currently 3-2. Yeah, I'm 3-2 right now, so we'll just go 3-2. Good to go. Cancel the -1s, take the +1, and then was it spend 2 clues? I'll spend 2 clues and grab the Randolph Carter. Okay. So that's, oh, he does take up a slot. Bye-bye Arcane Initiate. So that's a problem, but that's okay. All right. And then since we have control of Randolph Carter, we do advance. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. That's fine. All right. Carter's statement. After some persuading, you manage to convince the blonde-haired man to listen to your story. After you explain to him what has happened to your companions, he shakes his head in solemn understanding. I knew this Virgil fellow would cause trouble. If only I had convinced him not to write that story. You ask him what he means, and he lets out a long sigh before elaborating. It's all true, all of it. The Dreamlands is real, and I believe that something is causing it to merge with the waking world. That's where all of this is coming from, he explains, motioning to the spiderwebs in the corners of the room. With your help, I may be able to temporarily stop the infestation from spreading. Then we can investigate the matter further. He rises from his cot and shakes your hand. My name is Randolph, by the way, Randolph Carter. All right, well, let's put together. All right, with containing the outbreak, with the aid of Randolph Carter, you must attempt to close the rifts that have opened between the Dreamlands and the waking world. Each infestation location gains action test X. Will X to attempt to seal the rift. X is the location shroud value. Investigators at this location may spend 2 clues as a group to automatically succeed. If you succeed, replace the damage token on this location with a horror token. For the remainder of the game, this location cannot become infested. If there are no infested locations in play, advance. Okay, so good news is we got all that. Bad news is we still kind of have some work to do. All right, let's go with Alessandra next. Oh, I already did. Never mind. Okay, that is everybody then. All right, that's everybody. So we'll go ahead and go to enemy phase, and then of course that's going to spawn another swarm card. Upkeep. Oh no, we got it now. All right. Oh, I did forget to do my Frozen in Fear, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. All right, I do get rid of the Frozen in Fear. Sorry about that. All right, trouble all over the place. Okay. So, let's go ahead and all right, yeah, let's go ahead and go to Mythos phase. We'll go up to 3 Doom. Draw a card. Threads of Reality attached to a non-permanent weakness asset you control with the highest printed cost. That is our that's our Rite of Seeking. Haha. All right, we're good to go on that. Don't need to worry about you at all. Okay, and then when you would take damage in horror, take 1 additional damage, discard it to take 1 damage. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Infestation. Oh, there's only 1 skull in here. I thought there was more than that. Is it really just 2? Yeah. Oh, it is just 1 skull. Okay. So yeah, last one is going to spread the infestation. There's not much we can do about it. Okie dokie. Investigation phase. Let's do what we can. So yeah, we still have a lot of issues that we need to work through. We're going to go ahead and just move twice with Jacqueline to get down here. All right, so this location. Okay, after the last remaining clues discovered for the morgue, make an infestation test. Okie dokie. Not much I can do about that, so I am going to go ahead and spend 2 to get read the signs. This is going to make us 8 to 5. I'm not going to use my ability for obvious reasons. And we pass. We do get the 2 clues, but we do, of course, also spread infestation. So we will spread this up this way. Okay, this all gets reshuffled in. Okay. Got all that. And then at the end of my turn, I can go ahead and reveal 5 tokens. I'm going to use my ability to reveal 7. Yep, 7 tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. All right. No luck there. All right. Meanwhile, Alessandra has some things she needs to do. I'm going to go ahead and, as a lightning bolt, discard this and take 1 and 1. Okay. Next, I am going to go ahead and parlay and start moving these guys. I can activate this from any location, by the way, if you weren't aware. I'm just going to make this a stack of cards now, because it's just going to get ridiculous soon. All right, so that was one of those. And this thing hits for so much damage. Well, it hits for a lot of damage because of all that nonsense on it. All right. I'm going to go ahead and spend an action to move to get over here. These guys will engage me, but then I'm going to go ahead and do a parlay and force them into this room. So that'll work. Oh, I still have one action rep. So yeah, I parlayed, moved it, then I moved it. So I still have one action remaining. I'm going to go ahead and just use that action to get out my lucky cigarette case. All right, and then I have to do a 3-3 test, but I fail on ties, so good luck on that. Okay, failed again. Okay, let's go to enemy phase, get another swarm card, upkeep. Okay. Backstab will help a little bit. Mythos, 4 out of 6. Attach your location. Alright, cannot move from this location. You have to get rid of the whips. Got it. Okay, do I want to get rid of it? I can have Alessandra try to deal with it, maybe. Or I can just take a horror and prevent it from doing anything. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to take the one horror, and I'm going to ward it because it's just going to be too much of a problem. All right, we'll do footbad. All right, we'll start with Jacqueline, and her actions are going to be pretty straightforward. She's going to go ahead and move twice to here, and then I am going to go ahead and try to clear out this nonsense. In fact, I am going to go ahead and spend the 2 clues to auto succeed. Alright, so now this damage token is now a horror, so it has been sealed. Okay. So the infestation only has one place it can spread to now, which is completely fine by us. I will go ahead and do, of course, my ability. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nothing. So yeah, this will probably be with us for the entirety of the game now. There's only one location left that has clues and has victory, which is at the records office. So I'm fine with gradually making my way up there. All right. Meanwhile, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get rid of the 13th vision. And then I am going to go ahead and draw a card. And I'm going to go ahead and draw one more card. Okay, good. And then I'll do a 3-3 test. Now I don't fail on ties. Yeah, I'll just go 3-3 again. I actually passed. Okay, goodbye, Frozen in Fear. Okay, now we can actually sort of play the game again. We'll go ahead and go to enemy phase, which is going to, of course, get more cards on this thing. We're going to be in some trouble soon if we have to start cycling the deck with 7 cards in my discard. Upkeep. Oh, I didn't do infestation. Sorry about that. Okay, we're good. Yeah, we should have done infestation last round, or at the Mythos phase. I apologize. All right, I already did that part. Let's do upkeep. Okay, deny existence. And a guts. Oh, could have used that sooner. All right, Mythos, 5 of 6. Footbad. Dissonant voices. Okay, well, that kind of sucks, because now I can't play the fine close. Alright. Not much I can do about that. And I'm not going to be able to evade you. Alright. Infestation. Still good. Investigation. I'm going to go ahead and start with Jacqueline. We'll move up. Then I am going to go ahead and try to purge this. We're going to be 6 to 3. That is just -2, I believe. Yep, -2. And I can go ahead and use my ability to draw 2 cards. Or draw Randolph Carter's ability to draw 2 cards. Hey, a sword cane. Alright, this will make this into that. So that just means there's only 1 infested location left. Oh, yeah, we still need to get the operating room taken care of. Alright, and then for my last action, I am going to go ahead and just move up. And finally reveal this. This place has 4 clues. 3 shroud. You can do 4 basic investigates with 3 actions. I am going to go ahead and trigger her ability to do Dark Future. I'm just seeing what this does exactly. I believe it just treats it as blank. Yeah. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. Alright. And I will be discarding at the end of this round, which is okay, I guess. Alessandra. Alright. So I can move to here. And then I can parlay using fake credentials. So I can go ahead and exhaust that. And I'll do a book 1 test, 4 to 1 here. I can commit cards, right? Yes, I can commit cards. I'll commit a perception. So we'll be 6 to 1. I do pass. This will put an evidence on here. And I will draw a card because I passed the perception. And I do get a clue here. So this is not an investigation. This is a parlay. So that's how I'm bypassing the locked door here. I am going to go ahead and do Lucky Cigarette Case to draw another card. And then I'm going to... So unfortunately I can't do this one because it's still an investigate action. So instead I'm just going to go ahead and parlay with the spiders here and move them over to here. Just to hang out. And then I still have 2 actions remaining, and unfortunately not much I can do with it. I mean, I could try punching the spiders, but if I fail, it's going to cost me. So I will not do that. Alright, I have 2 actions remaining. I'm just going to gain resources. I mean, I guess I could try to break the lock. Yeah, let's try breaking the lock. So 4 to 4. I will commit a fine close and a grift. So that puts us at 6 to 4. We pass, get rid of the locked door. Last action, I am going to go ahead and investigate. 4 to 2. I pass. If you succeed, choose an elite enemy at your location or reveal location, automatically evade that enemy. Okay, I mean, I'll evade them, but it doesn't matter. Alright, and I do get the last clue here. Cool. So all we need to do is get the last 4 clues up there, and then pop the thing. Okay, that is it for that. Dissonant voices will go away. Enemy phase. More swarm. Upkeep. Alright, I have to discard. I have 10 cards. Let's discard Arcane Initiate. And a Fearless. Okay, and then for you, upkeep. Alright, Manual Dex. Could have used that sooner. All right, Mythos. It does advance. So some other things we can also do is try to hopefully fight some victory enemies, because we do have the time. Hell breaks loose. Suddenly, chaos breaks out in the hospital. The sound of chittering and crashing emerges from the walls. In the darkness, you can barely make out the shapes of bizarre spider-like creatures scurrying in the distance. As you round a corner, you spot an orderly writhing on the polished floor, convulsing violently as though possessed by an insidious force. You rush to his side and flip onto his back, and find that nearly all his face is covered in thick webbing. His eyes are wide and glazed over. He does not react as you shake him. So we go through, get rid of all the suspicious orderlies, which unfortunately we didn't spawn any. Yeah, cannot investigate, but you can still parlay. So yeah, that would have been perfect for Alessandra. I could have just had this guy with me and just kept using all that junk, but unfortunately that did not happen. So we replaced them with the corrupted orderlies. Search the encounter deck for the got those. Find each suspicious orderly in play and replace it with a set-aside corrupted orderly enemy. Search the encounter deck and discard all for each card and remove them. Oh, okay. The wording is actually not what I expected it to be. So the order operation is find all the suspicious orderlies in play and replace them with the corrupted ones. There are none in play. Then you search the encounter deck and discard pile for suspicious orderlies and then remove them. So these guys don't get spawned. Oh, no, actually, there it is. I see it in the last paragraph. All right, shuffle these set-aside agents of at Nacha encounter set and then the corrupted orderlies. Okay, sorry, I didn't read far enough. Also, the discard pile. Cool. Just in time for me to get those frozen zephyrs again. Cool. And then we add a skull and cultist to the bag. Where can I get a skull and cultist? I don't think it's on. I don't remember how you make tokens. So I'm just going to go into the bag and grab them. I mean, these guys, and to be honest, we actually want to spawn more spiders, so hopefully we can make some spawn. Of course, I don't really have a way of fighting them, but that's another issue. In any case, Hospital of Horrors. The entire building has become infested with a sinister evil, something that does not follow the laws of nature. You need to find some way to either stop it or to escape before it consumes you. And now all the spiders have +1 fight and +1 evade. Alright. Cool. Yeah, we got that going for us. Alright. Mythos. Shuffle this and draw. Oh, good. We already have you now. Alright, frozen. That's impressive. I have to admit, that is amazing. All right. Okie dokie. Let's go ahead and do infestation check. We're good. All right. This guy should have unexhausted a while ago. All right. So we got all the clues here. Let's go ahead and start with, yeah, I want to start with Alessandra. I'm going to go ahead and do my Pearlite action to make the spiders go down here. And then I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 actions to move for the first time, and then move a bunch more times. So move here. Move here. And then for my last action, I am going to go ahead and spend 1 to get out my fine clothes. And that'll be it. I'll do a 3. I'm going to go ahead and commit a guts to go 5 to 3. All right, whatever. The amount of autofails is endlessly insane. All right. We'll go ahead and I need to deal with the orderly. And the only way I can really take care of the orderly is to move and take the attack opportunity. So I will. And move down here. Because if I fight it in an infested location, it's just going to cause me a problem. All right. Then I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 to get out the Sword Cane, and then immediately attack with it. So I'm going to be 6 to 3. I'll commit a Fearless, so it's 7 to 3. We pass, it does 1 damage, and I heal 1 horror. And then I'm going to exhaust the Sword Cane and attack 1 more time, 6 to 3. Okay, it's dead. Only had 2 health, right? Yep, 2 health. Alright, and then I'll use my ability again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nothing. Alright, that is everybody. Enemy phase. Get more Swarm card. Okay. Then it goes to upkeep. Another fake credentials. Mythos. First Doom. Okay. Put Night Terrors in your threat area. This thing I never remember to keep track of. Okay. Infestation. We do spawn a spider. Okay. So, we can spawn one of these guys and try to kill it. Just seeing what my other options are. It's not a swarm creature, so that's the good news. Everything else, though, about this is terrible. Yeah, so there are 2 victory enemies in here. We'll spawn this one. The problem is we don't really have a way of killing it. Alright. I mean, I have a few ways I can do it. Let's go ahead and start with we'll start with Alessandra. I'm gonna go ahead and spend 2 to move up to here. And then I am going to go ahead and spend an action to do this Night Terrors. Will be 3 to 4. Yep, 3 to 4. We'll go ahead and commit this Promise of Power. So we'll go 7 to 4 with a Curse token. Okay, we do get rid of it. Last action, I'm probably just going to think I'm just going to wait. Well, yeah, I'm just going to spend an action to gain a resource. All right. Then I have to test 3 to 3. Again, we'll just do the Promise of Power. Add a curse token. 7 to 4 or 7 to 3. That is a pass. I can go ahead and trigger Randolph Carter because it was at her location. So draw 2. Mob Enforcers. Okay. And unfortunately, that was at the end of the turn, so I can't do the parlay action to deal with this. That's okay. So yeah, that is all of that. Then we go to Jacqueline. Jacqueline. Let's go ahead and do the lightning bolt here. Take 1 damage, 1 horror. So I'll take the 1 horror here, and I'll take 1 damage. Actually, we'll go ahead and just pop the Deny Existence. Okay. So that gets rid of this. Next, I'm going to go ahead and just try to evade this guy. 6 to 3. We pass, he's evaded. And then, are you an elite, by the way? You are not. If I can get, like, literally a string of curses. Oh, actually, you know what I'll do for my parlay action before I ended my turn? I'm going to go ahead and start gradually moving these guys up. Because we do need to kill them eventually. Or we need to kill something eventually. In any case, I still have 2 actions remaining. There's not much I can do with it. I can draw cards. And I already have my weakness. So yeah, draw a card. That's a Defiance. Draw a card. Okay, we have a Shriveling. We have a weapon. I was really worried that I have 8 cards on this swarm right now, so I was really worried about that. All right, enemy phase. This thing does have Hunter. I completely forgot about that. So it's actually going to move here and engage with you and attack me. I will take the 1 damage, and then I will... Actually, I will... Yeah, I'll take the damage and I'll deny the horror. All right. Okay. Oh, also, I forgot to do my thing here. 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, now the curse tokens make it even more difficult, and they do stay in the bag. So, all right. And then, of course... Oh. I believe it's the way swarming works. Okay, since I don't have any cards in my deck, and by default it's going to be the lead investigator, I don't put any swarm cards out. So, glad I did that. Alright, upkeep. Take a horror, which I will happily take. Okay, quick thinking. Mythos. 2. Draw. Frozen Fear. Yeah, I'm okay with... Yeah, I'm okay with that. Roger Remains. 3/3 test. Every point I fail by, I take a horror. Jacqueline will commit this Cage the Soul. I'll be 5-3. And Alessandra will go ahead and commit this Beguile and Quick Thinking. So that's going to bring us up to 7-3. That puts us at 5-3, and I did pass by 2 or more, so I can immediately take an action. So this is before I do anything else. It gives me an action. So for my action, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and spin 3 and attempt to do a backstab on the Grey Weaver. So that's going to be, I use my foot instead of my fight. So we are currently 4-4. I'm committing a manual dex to make it 6-4. And we'll go ahead and use Defiance from Jacqueline. And I'm going to pick Cultist. So we're 7-4 right now. Yep, 7-4. Good luck. Oh, also, I did pass by 2 or more, so I will Lucky Cigarette Case. Okay, 7-4. Good luck. I do pass. It's going to do 3 damage. Yep, 3 damage to this guy. 3 damage. Also draw a card because of Manual Dex. Okay, now we finished up the Mythos phase. We'll go ahead and do Infestation check. It won't spread because it can't spread anywhere because it's trapped in the corner. Alright, and then Investigation phase. Alright. Let's start with Alessandra. I'm going to go ahead and just try something cheeky here. I'll do my parlay action to do Vamp. I'm going to choose Fist and target this guy. So it's going to be a 2-3 test, and then my Fine Clothes makes it a 2-1 test. and we'll commit this string of curses. So it's going to be a 3 to 1 test. That is a pass. I can also do Randolph Carter and draw 2 cards. There's only 1 infested area, so we're good to go on that front. So yeah, this will do 2 damage to that enemy, which will kill it, putting him in the victory display, which is exactly what we wanted. All right. Oh, also I completely forgot about the Mob Enforcer, which should have re-engaged. In the meantime, I will go ahead and spend an action to parlay with it and spend 4 resources to discard it. Okay. Then I will go ahead and move up to here. I'm going to spend an action to investigate. Will be when I commit fake credentials. So that's going to be 5 to 3. We pass barely. And I'll go 4 to 3. That is a pass as well. Okay, got the clue. All right, next, Jacqueline. Jacqueline is going to spend an action to get out Shriveling. She'll go ahead and spend 2 actions moving. And then I will go ahead and resolve Frozen Fear, 6 to 3. Passes. And then we'll do Dark Future. We'll use Jacqueline Fine's ability to get more tokens. We finally got the Elder Sign, so this gets discarded. Okay. Cool. So now we can at least do things again. All right. Enemy phase. More Swarm. Upkeep. Upkeep. Mythos. Third Doom. Draw. If there's a spider enemy at your location, you cannot commit cards to the skill test. If you fail, you cannot attack or investigate until the end of the round. All right, 6 to 3. Good to go. Swarm of spiders. Okie dokie. We got more swarm cards to deal with. Okie dokie. Then we do a infestation. Okay, this all gets reshuffled. Okay. Then we go to investigation phase. We'll go ahead and start with Jacqueline. Jacqueline is going to blast with some Shriveling. 6 to 1. And I will use the ability. Good to go. Cancel everything but the 0. So these 2 will get put in the bottom of the deck. And then I'll attack with Sword Cane, 6 to 1. That's a dead spider. Okay, last action, I am going to go ahead and spend 2 to play Read the Signs, which will make it 10 to 3. And we'll get the last 2 clues here. So we've gotten all the clues. The only possible victory that remains is the 1 spider that's still in the deck. And if we could get a skull, that would be enough. All right, in the meantime, we have a little bit of time to play around, so should we... I'll go ahead and spend 2 to get out Eldritch Tongue. I'll go ahead and do the parlay action to gradually move these guys further up. I'll do another action to make them move again. And I'm going to go ahead and just spend the last 2 actions gaining resources. Alright. Enemy phase. Keep adding swarms to this thing. Upkeep. Upkeep. Hey, existential riddle. Neat. Mythos. 4 out of 8. Infestation. Okay, can't spread it. Rotting Remains again. I'm 3-3. I'll commit this Lucky Cigarette case to go 4-3 and 5-3 Existential Riddle. I failed, so I'm going to take 3 Horror. Oh, also, I forgot Alessandra. Oh, and Jacqueline. They should be starting with Horror and damage. I apologize. Yeah, I was supposed to start with mental and physical trauma. I'm still in good shape. It's just now I'm in a little bit more scarier state. Okay, and then we do another infestation check. Cool, we can spawn the remaining spider. Okay, it's going to spawn with the prey, so it's going to be on Jacqueline. All right, Jacqueline, we'll go ahead and start with you. We'll spend a shriveling. We'll go ahead and use our ability. We're 6-4, by the way. All right, I'll cancel the Elder Sign and the Skull, so I will get the draw card. Also, I should have committed a... I'll go ahead and commit this Fearless. I should have done that first so I can heal. 2 damage. And then I will go ahead and blast this thing again with the Shriveling. I'll use my ability again. I'm not going to... I'll commit an Uncage the Soul. So this will be 8-4. Okay. I'll cancel the Curse and the other thing and still do 2 damage. And then last action, I'm just going to attack with my Sword Cane. 6 to whatever. I'm going to go ahead and use this Promise of Power, so I'm going to go 10 to whatever. Add a Curse to it. And that will kill it. Alright. Cool. And then Alessandra's turn, I'm going to spend an action, spend 2 clues to seal this location. And that is all of it. No infestation locations, and we advance. Alright. The next step, with the final rift sealed, the infestation ceases. The hospital returns to normal. Good work, Randolph says. Still, I believe this matter warrants further investigation. We do not know what caused this to happen. You remind him that there is also the matter of your companions who still refuse to wake. Yes, of course, that too. Come, let us go somewhere private where we can discuss what our next step should be. Sadly, I do not believe there's anything more we can do to aid your friends here. You don't know if Randolph means here as in the hospital or here as in the waking world, but either way, it does not bode well for your companions. All right. Stay with patience, resolution 3. All right. I don't even know if her being alive actually matters. Note that Randolph escaped the hospital with the investigators. We get to give them to anyone we want. He's honestly pretty good for just about anyone. But I think I will give it to... Yeah, actually, I will go ahead and give it to Jacqueline. Fine. That's fine. All right. And then... it does not count. I may change my mind. For the other Randolph, I did decide to go ahead and give it to... I think I decided to go ahead and give it to Daniela instead. All right. Oh yeah, proceed to resolution 5. All right. We get victory X. Don't need to worry about the infestation, and we will be doing an interlude. Okay, so thanks to all the murder we did. So was it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 12. Yep. So 12 experience, and then 14 for Alessandra, because she does have Karen's Obel. So that'll give us plenty to play with. And then just as far as the Black Cat stuff is concerned, we're going to pick the option where tell your companions about your new friends. So I'll put undue burden. They'll put more difficult. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go with Black Cat's shared knowledge of the Dreamlands, and that's gonna do nothing to the thing. So we'll put that in campaign A once I switch to it. Yeah, if we share knowledge of the Dreamlands, the Black Cat tells you all about the Dreamlands and about about the quest your friends are about to embark upon. Your friends are safe in the Dreamlands, along with a couple of others. My pet human Virgil is one of them. Yes, that Virgil. I see the looks on your faces. They're also with another dreamer, a man named. Hey, wait a minute. That the cat glares suspiciously at Randolph, then yawns. Huh. You know what? Never mind. I have to check on something. With that, the cat suddenly departs. And then note that in both campaign logs that the Black Cat has a hunch. Okay. And then I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, just go straight to the next one. Okay. So give me a moment. I will spend XP. Before I do XP, I do want to show off the Swarm deck. So this is what all was in the Spider Swarm. So I had my Storm of Spirits, my Shriveling, and Swordcade were all in there. As it was my Crystal Pendulum. Yeah, so yeah, it's pretty bad. Anyway, back to XP. Alright, 12 experience on Jacqueline. Of course, we have down the rabbit hole and arcane researches. So this will be one of the rare times where I'm going to be at a deficit. Because of down the rabbit hole, but since we do have Randolph Carter, I think having the extra slot will be more useful. So we're going to spend 4 experience for Charisma, because we have to spend extra. And also I'm going to spend an extra experience for 2 Brain of Cthulhu's, because I need as many attack spells as possible. So that's 4, 6, 8 experience so far. I'm going to use the down the rabbit hole benefits for upgrading both my Arcane Initiates, which I need to get out my other one. So each of those now only costs 2 to upgrade instead of 3. So that's 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So that's all my experience. And then for the arcane researches, I'm just going to upgrade one of the Rite of Seekings to level 2. So with this, I now have arcane initiates that don't cost anything to get out, and I can spawn them without any doom. And I'm going to have an extra. They're also not unique, so I can actually have both of them out at the same time, and hopefully maximize my potential of getting what I need to get. So that's the plan. And also, if I happen to draw Randolph Carter, I can pull them out, and that'll make things a lot easier as well. All right, so we'll just put the charisma there. But yeah, the big thing here is and what I'm replacing my String of Curses with Brand of Cthulhu's. So with that, we'll have more attack options. We'll still be doing a lot of our base willpower checks with our shrivelings and things like that, but that should be okay. I have plenty of things I can commit if I need to. All right, and this time I actually have the horror correctly. Anyway, so that's all 12 for Jacqueline there. For Alessandra, she has 14 because of Karen's Obel. I'm gonna drop one of my vamps for a haste, which costs 2. Replacing both Leo DeLucas with Lola Santiago's. So that'll give us more book and foot, and of course we can start using our vast wealth on getting more clues. So that's a total of 8 right there. And then I'm replacing one of my starter pots and my vamp with both snitches. And what snitches do is it's fast. You can play after you succeeded a skill test while parlaying, and you discover 2 clues from among your location and connecting locations. So use this in response to your other abilities to essentially maximize your clue getting. I'm replacing one of my 2 backstabs with another existential riddle, so we can make use of that. And then I'm replacing guts with another savant. Yeah, I think that's going to work. As much as I would like to get Bewitching, 6 experience is just a lot to spend on a Bewitching, so I think this is what we're going to stick with. And this time the Charma is correct. Cool. So with all that, we'll hopefully be in good shape. Also, Lola Santiago costs half as much as Leo DeLuca to get out, so it's going to be a lot easier to work with. We do still have Bianca de Cats, mainly just for additional resources or to forcibly spawn an enemy if we need to. All right. Oh, I need to grab my beguiles. Also, it feels like I missed a card. Yeah, give me a moment. Not sure how, but I had another vamp in my deck, and I don't know how. So that seems to be what happened there. All right, so yeah, back to 35 cards. So that's all correct. We're good to go. Can delete all this now. And we don't have to manipulate the bag at all because we're not getting any help from the cat. Honestly, getting help from the cat doesn't seem to be really that worthwhile because all it does is add one token to one side and one bad token to the other side. And I don't think the amount of times I drew that token was not enough to matter. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I apologize for any mistakes. Thankfully, the forgetting about the trauma didn't really matter because we didn't really fight that much. We just kind of let the spiders just hang out. None of them had Hunter, so it was kind of okay. In any case, we'll go ahead and call it here, and next time we'll be doing a search for Kadath, which tends to be the most frustrating of the bunch, just simply because there's just a lot of nasty effects on that side of the board. In any case, I'm The Depressed Dior. This was Arkham Horror, the card game, doing the Dream Eaters. This was Side B, doing Waking Nightmare, and I'll see you guys next time.